Good morning, YouTube. It's chilly this morning. It looks like winter is going to hit Kansas City a lot sooner than at least I anticipated. Usually it's like 40 degrees right now, 40 or 45, something like that. It usually doesn't get this cold until like after Halloween. And here we are, it's like still 2 weeks before Halloween and it's damn cold. Anyways, I know I haven't been posting as often as I used to. I really have just been busier lately and just working hard. So but yesterday I had the opportunity to watch Michael Tellinger's latest presentation that he gave somewhere in England, Glastonbury, I think. And he just gave this lecture or this presentation like this past August, so it's his most recent work, his most recent presentation. And it's supposed to be a 4-hour like lecture or presentation, but he condensed it down to 3 hours, so you know, it was pretty fast paced. But anyways, it was amazing, all of the information that he has compiled. He is a brilliant example of a researcher who has gone down several rabbit holes and, you know, widened his focus, you know, backed up his lens so he could kind of see the bigger picture, and he's connected all these dots, and it's just amazing. So I definitely agree with a lot of the things that he, you know, presents. There's some things that I'm still skeptical on. I mean, he is a flat earther and I just don't see enough information. I'll agree with him on something though. I mean, even though he does lean towards flat earth, he does acknowledge that we really don't know. And we really don't, for a lot of reasons. Main reason being, most people never get to go up into space. I mean, that's basically it. We have to rely on information that is given to us. Again, information that is handed down to us from voices of authority. We're not experts. And whatever they say, we just accept as, you know, the truth. And that's why this presentation is so amazing, because he really gives examples throughout history of, you know, we are being taught, for example, that the electron, like this is a standard in science, the electron, you know, there's a diagram of it, you know, here's what it looks like, it exists, it's a thing. But then Michael Tellinger presents all of these other scientists and you know, brilliant people like Nikola Tesla and even Albert Einstein, who could not, you know, understand the electron. It did not make sense to them. And the fact that it just had to be accepted just because, I mean, they were uncomfortable with it. And especially Nikola Tesla, he even, you know, stated that, you know, there's no such thing as electrons. There's sound. And that's why Michael Tellinger's research is so amazing, because he researches these ancient stone circles in South Africa. And these stone circles, I mean, they're bizarre. And they're very old, hundreds of thousands of years old. And they're either in very close proximity to or connected to gold mines, ancient gold mines from, again, 200,000-300,000 years ago. Who dug them out? You know, he relies heavily on Sumerian texts, which talks about the Anunnaki, and uses that as explanations for, because they talk about very specific you know, locations, geographical locations in the Sumerian texts, and they're there in South Africa. So it's very interesting research. It's very amazing to see how he connects it all together. He talks on a lot of, you know, a wide range of topics, but he brings it all together. So I highly recommend it. I will include the link below. Again, this is Michael Tellinger, his latest presentation or lecture that he gave in Glastonbury. I think it's Glastonbury, somewhere in the UK. And I highly recommend. I mean, it is 3 hours long, and I had to watch it in chunks, like an hour at a time, because I don't ever have 3 hours to just sit and watch something. But I did manage to get most of it. I think I still have about 15 minutes left, which is mostly just, you know, he's wrapping it up. But it's highly, you know, interesting, very interesting, and just very informative. lots of information. He talks about lots of other researchers that are doing similar research or that have come, you know, he shares what their conclusions are, or what lines along their thinking. So anyways, I will leave the link in the description below. I want to thank all of my subscribers. I know I've gotten a couple of new ones, and I'll try to post more often when I do see amazing things like that. My goal is to share my research too, so the things that I'm looking into. And, you know, mind you, in this, you know, even though this is just like a presentation, one person speaking, he cites other sources that I can then go look into, and that's how you do research. I'm not just relying on what he's saying. You know, I'm not just getting information from a voice of authority. I'm listening to what he's saying and listening to, you know, where he's getting his information, and then I'm going to go check it out. And that's how you do research. So that's what I encourage everybody to do. So I will keep posting. Thanks to all my subscribers for liking, subscribing, and watching. And I'll keep posting.